It is Thursday, April 27th. This is News 8 Now, and I'm David Bowman. Our flood watch coverage this morning begins with the millions of dollars in damage being seen up north. There is a flood warning on the Mississippi River from the Twin Cities to Dubuque, Iowa. High water has closed many roads near La Crosse, Wisconsin, and required emergency flood responses. The Mississippi River there is at 15.9 feet. It's expected to crest today at 16 feet. This spring flood is the third highest flood level on record for La Crosse. Now looking ahead, as the National Weather Service is maintaining its forecasted 21.6-foot crest for our area expected by the end of the weekend. The Mississippi River is just 2 feet shy of that crest in the Quad Cities right now. Water has crept up the past the river's banks and covered River Drive from Division to Federal Street. The HESCO barriers, of course, doing their job holding that flood water back from creeping further downtown. The National Weather Service is expecting the river to continue rising about 6 inches every day, and then begins the long and slow recession back into its banks.
The flood wall here that we have is a game changer in what we have to do. It cuts down on labor and materials and, the amount of time that you have to spend preparing.
And Burlington is expected to hit that 20-foot mark peak next week. The city of Burlington strengthening their efforts against flooding. The Mississippi River at Burlington is at major flood stage right now, sitting just over 18 feet. The city put up temporary flood walls along the river path downtown. In addition to the permanent flood walls the city built just a couple of years ago. Nick McGregor, who you just heard from, says that some of what they're doing this year is because of what happened during the 2019 flood, because they said the biggest issue then was actually sewer backups, not actual floodwaters.
The flood wall here that we have is a game changer in what we have to do. It cuts down on labor and materials and, the amount of time that you have to spend preparing.
And again, Burlington is expected to hit that 20-foot mark next week. The closer we get to the weekend, the warmer temperatures will be in the Quad City area. So let's send it over to meteorologist Andrew Sutsky for a check of the forecast.
Hey there, David. Yeah, we've got another nice day ahead of us. Today was nice. We got into the 70s with sunshine. We'll maintain some of that warmth tonight, though. No plans for frost or freeze. We're going to stick to the low 40s. Tomorrow it gets even warmer. Just a couple more clouds in our skies expected. But there you see temperatures working even further into the 70s as we remain dry. That won't be the case this weekend, though. There will be some times that we'll have some showers, but there's also going to be a lot of times where we won't, where there will be some dry skies you can get out and enjoy. You can track your weekend right now, hour by hour, by tapping the News 8 or the Storm Track 8 app. That'll give you that hour-by-hour forecast, and you'll see exactly when we're expecting those dry skies right here in the Quad Cities. David?
Thank you. A new report says cigarette smoking in the United States is at an all-time low. According to that report, 11% of adults say that they're current smokers. That's a drastic drop from the 1960s when it was 42% of Americans. But it appears that smokers have simply adopted other habits like e-cigarette use because that rose about 6% in adults. According to a new report, French fries have betrayed humanity. Oh no, the National Academy of Sciences released a study on Monday linking potatoes to mental illness. Eating fried foods, especially fried potatoes, increased the likelihood of anxiety by 12% and depression by about 7%. But it is less about the potato and more about the healthy eating habits. You can still enjoy those delicious French fries, all in moderation. Well, that's all the time we have for News 8 Now. Be sure you stay in the know while you're on the go by downloading the News 8 app in the Apple App Store or on Google Play.